so hard, now I can't get away.
Romantic thing a guy can say is, "You're my Ramona flower."
All right. Welcome to JOKERJOKERtv episode 31. So that was Banana back there. This is a Athens band that was formed in 2019 here in Athens, and they're on the Super Carnival Records label, which I think we mentioned them last week. We played something else from that label, a band called Null. So it's cool to get some more from them. This song is from an upcoming album called Reading the Room, and so we look forward to that album. I think we have another piece here that we're going to play from Banana called Salo's Lament. If I'm saying it, Salos, I don't know. So, all right.
Floating in your atmosphere, I'm orbiting you soft, my dear. Won't get too close, but I won't go far away. I'm loving, but not tender, dear. It's a sad old fact of truth I fear, but it's one hell of a view from here. I'm loving outer space. There's a nightlight by my bathroom mirror, flashing light in my room, and it pulls me from my bedside manner straight up to the moon. There's a beckoning big nothing, and it's crying out to me. I guess I must be listening, because it never goes away. Floating in this atmosphere, I'm trying to be gentle here. Still can't stand still, but I have learned how to stay. My heart is not a home, that's clear. It's a message from the past I hear. The engine's stalled, but the landing's clear. I must be underway.
From the creators of Assembly Required,
Virtually Assembled, an Assembly Required experience. 2-day online event, streaming live on assemblyrequired.net, YouTube, as well as other platforms. February 6 and 7, 2021. Virtually Assembled, an Assembly Required experience, including artist interviews, studio tours, artist toy exclusives, artist-made toy commercials, and Toy Box, America's favorite cartoon witch. Sponsors include Unboxing Asheville, Morgan's Comics, Appalachian Pinball Museum, Asheville FM, Designer Toy Market, Toy Box Theater,
JOKERJOKERtv,
and Resin Underworld. Virtually Assembled, an Assembly Required experience. 2-day online event, February 6 and 7, 2021.
Mahoney, I'm hungry. Let's get some lunch. How about this place? I heard they have the best salad bar in town. Hello, sir. Can we have 2 of your finest tossed salads? Dressing on the side, please.
Welcome to the Blue Oyster Bar. I'm Butch. We have the best tossed salads in town. Just to clarify, you guys, it's an innuendo. We don't actually serve food.
Let me just talk with my friend. Said, this might not be the place to have the lunch.
Standing room only today, gentlemen. Spike, show them to their holes. Guys, like I said, it's more like you're gonna get your butthole eaten out by a stranger.
Uh-oh. Go?
Butch the Bartender is available exclusively through Assembly Required, February 6th and 7th.
CosmicEvilToys.com.
Yay.
Nice. So good.
That's such a great commercial.
It's a great piece.
Hey, Patrick, how's it going?
Thanks, guys. Hey, everybody.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, this is...
yeah, nice to see you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Why don't you do the audience a favor and introduce yourself?
Yes, my name's Patrick, Cosmic Evil Toys. I'm from Boston, but I live in Kansas, and I've been making toys for a couple of years. And my exclusive for this year is it's a police academy toy based on the cartoon that was based on the movie. If I could get a little more, if I could ever get more complicated than that,
right?
And it's based on the Blue Oyster Bar scenes, which is like a running gag in all the Police Academy movies.
Right. Butch the Bartender. He's I got him right here. He's fully articulated, magnetically articulated.
Yeah. He's got
arms, legs, and whatnot. And
yeah, he's actually. I'm sorry. There's one more layer. Sorry to interrupt. There's one more layer there, which is it's actually based on the toy line, based on the cartoon, based on the movie.
Right.
Which is like
I guess
3 layers of
the cartoon, though, right?
Yeah, the thing is, they had figures that were they had cartoon characters that weren't in the movie, and then they had figures based on cartoon characters that weren't in the movie. So it was like its own world, I think.
Wow. I feel like if Netflix picks up that cartoon, we're going to see more of Butch, right?
Yeah, tell me about it. Or maybe Vivid Entertainment will step into the adult cartoon market. That would be good.
So now Butch is not the only one you did for Virtually Required, right? You got another one, don't you?
Yeah, so we'll have the exclusive through Assembly Required, the 6th and the 7th, and then I'll have another exclusive, which is the Spike character, which is also a 5-point articulated 5.5-inch figure on card with the ball gag, and they're really a pair. So if you buy one, you really should buy them both because they're a great pair.
I'm thinking, and they would go perfectly in a set. I wish there was a set that went with them.
And there may be, and I'll let you know a secret. Just between me and you, there may be a playset dropping sometime on February 6th and 7th on the internet.
Ooh.
Awesome.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, I thought I saw you post a little bit about that on Instagram already.
There may be, if you want, you can look at the Instagram feed. That's where all the good stuff goes.
Yeah.
Unless you can read my mind. If you can read my mind, you know everything that's happening. But if not, yeah, you can find me on Instagram.
There it is.
And you have a lot of other great figures that are out there too on your Instagram.
Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. I try to just stay busy. I'm putting my Ivy League master's degree to good use by making plastic toys for lonely men and women around the world. So, I do a lot. I got a big series on King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. If anybody's a fan, I have a big series.
Yeah, I've got.
Yeah,
some
based on
friends.
their music videos. Yeah, and we actually just made. They shipped in today. I made a game, a playable board game based on the music video. So that'll be really
Yeah, I've got a friend that's really into them, and you know, a lot of my friends will come to me and be like, "Oh, you got to make a toy for this," and so I was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool. Let's maybe think about doing that." And then I saw you did it, so
they're like ravenous fans.
Yeah.
I mean, they're and what's great is when you make it. What's really nice is if we can ever make a toy that people actually want. I make a lot of toys that like a handful of people want, and which is great, but like it really allows you to do stuff that probably you normally wouldn't do because you know that there's people that are going to really love them. So it's so I try to stay busy.
Well, so people aren't surprised, down. Let me see if I'm pointing in the right direction. No, it's right over here. So down here, we also have Remakes Plethora, Lee.
Oh yeah,
hello,
joining us. Oh, look, if I poke at it, it moves.
Yeah,
I'm just listening to Cosmic Evil. I've never met him before tonight, and I'm already a huge fan. So
hell yeah.
Oh, it's like I can't wait till we can meet each other in person.
Yeah,
I really
tell me about it.
Psyched one of these years. Yeah.
We get a little bit sort of in person right now, but
Yeah.
just, this kind of
R22.
Yeah.
Right. Next year. I'll start growing my beard now so I can compete with the
Yeah, that's actually a requirement for the in-person events.
Yeah, I'll start now.
We waive that requirement virtually, but
you may have to shave your head though if you really want to compete.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind.
I don't. It's not that I purposely want to shave my head. It's just that I don't have any growing right here.
You pulled it all through.
Don't try walking through the door with a fake beard because we'll pull on it.
Yeah.
Right. Looking forward to that.
All right. Well, cool. Well, thanks for coming on the show and talking with us. We really appreciate it. So.
Yeah, thank you for having me. And all the exclusives look amazing. I can't wait to see what else everybody has.
Yeah. We're going to be showing some more off. We're showing some
more.
Yeah,
it's going to be good.
Patrick.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for having me.
All right, so
great to meet you, man. And I feel the same way.
Up next, we got some more videos, and then we're going to come back in a little bit and talk with Lee. And take it away, Toby.
Thanks, guys. That was fun. I'm going to hang around for a little bit.
If you
Can't hear you, Mooks.
All right. That was Keep for Cheap, a piece called Forgive Me. They've got, this was released, the song was released on all platforms back in November of last year. That's 2020. And then I believe this video was released this month. Yeah, it's still January. So I think they're going to be having some more stuff coming out, but they're from St. Paul, Minnesota. And they sent that in. Thank you so much. All right, that was awesome. All right, up next, let's see. Up next, we have a piece from Leroy's Place. And if you check out their YouTube, we'll have those links in the description of this video later. If you check out their YouTube, this is an ongoing series called Leroy's Place. And it's done by a puppeteer. Let's see, I had from New York and New Orleans. So this piece is called Candy Witch. Go ahead.
She's one of those creepy ladies who lives in a shack in the woods. I've heard this story before.
No, it's not like that. She's magical. She grants wishes to anyone who leaves their best candy out for her.
Dude, that's absurd. What does she even do with all that candy? I'm just here for the jelly belly.
Trick or treat. Thank you.
Thanks.
She spins it in the cotton candy clouds that make candy rain.
Well, I've never seen any candy rain. Trick or treat! Thanks.
Thank you. But that's the whole thing. There's been a drought because nobody leaves their candy out for her anymore. That's why she needs our donation.
Candy storm drought? Donations? It's a scam. The Candy Witch is just a myth.
Trick or treat. Thank you.
You expect me to leave my best candy for some imaginary candy fairy who can control the weather? I mean, just eat the candy yourself. You earned it. Hey, wait. Can I borrow your skateboard?
Well, are you gonna donate any candy tonight?
Hey there. Do you need some help?
Oh man, I tripped over my cape and fell down and all my candy got lost down the drain and my mom's gonna be so bummed. She stayed up all night making my costume and now it's ripped and worst of all, now I have nothing to leave for the Candy Witch and she's gonna turn me into meatloaf for sure. No, man.
Okay,
my mom would be so sad if I got turned into meatloaf. But my little brother might think it was funny. He doesn't really like to eat meatloaf and he used just Oh, gee, thanks, mister. Wow, holy cow, this is a pretty great haul. Look at all those peanut butter cups.
Dear Candy Witch, here is my best and favorite candy. I wish there was some way to prove to my friends that you are real. Yours truly, Carl.
the sounds of Luke Garou. I want to remind y'all to lend a helping hand to my little candy witch tonight. I shall turn your meatballs straight in the spoon.
And look at this. She left me this handwritten letter. Check it out. Dear Carl, thank you for your generous contribution to our Candy Cloud project. We are now closer than ever to meeting our goal. Happy Halloween.
Candy Cloud Project? This looks like your mom's handwriting. No, you are cut off. Overseas that fell out of an airplane. That happens all the time.
I want my Joker TV.
Wilhelm, right?
Oh no. Uh-oh. There we go.
Where's the red?
I gotta know.
Welcome back.
Did you do the music in that, Lee, or where'd that music come from?
It's straight stock from iMusic, but I just had to cut and sample it together just to get something semi in the background.
That was cool. I like that. It was a cool effect.
I appreciate you recognizing the Wilhelm scream. That was nice.
Yeah, it was my pure intention from the get-go. I was like, that's the simplest and honest nod to everything we love. So
I know we introduced you earlier when you were in the little bubble, but if we could just do it again one more time, just so we can let the people at home know who you are.
Yeah, Lee from Remakes Plethora. I've been an artist for as long as I can remember. It's been my main source of income forever, and then I got really, really tired of doing the commercial side of it and the pin for hire aspect. So I just kind of left it completely behind and went out on my own to do my own message. I've always been a graffiti kid. I've always made my art speak for itself. And when I was doing purely commercial work, I felt like it was killing me and the message, and I couldn't create the way I wanted to create. And then when it was gone, I felt like all the weight was lifted and I could just speak through art, which is what I've always been the happiest doing.
Yeah.
I hear you.
So how does that
world, but I have the same response.
How does that carry over into the indie world of selling your art yourself now?
It's always a slight hustle, and it's easy enough to do a lot of commissions and just pick up little side projects. And anytime it's a commission, I don't really feel like I don't post it. I don't share the work because it's not my original fault, I guess. So, and that's kind of what I left behind to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But I do love doing commission work, so I'm always there. But I just try to. I want Remakes Plethora to be my voice.
Right.
So
that makes sense.
I don't want to have anybody else's influence behind it, and I don't want to make it for a piece or, you know what I mean, for something that was someone else's idea. I've been there.
For sure. Yeah. Well, let's talk about your work. That commercial that we just saw was your exclusive for Virtually Assembled, Scream Queens. Why don't you tell us a little bit about these toys?
All right, I've always been a Marx toy fan since I was a kid. I had I believe it was from 1972. I had the little Disney figures that were about the same exact size, but they were just pure plastic, solid colors. And as soon as I got into the toy world, I've always known I wanted to make a nod towards Marx toys. And as soon as I started doing my research and everything, and I saw the Campus Cuties line, I was like, that's perfect. And then just talking the idea out and trying to flesh it out, I eventually decided to do the horror element because I do a lot of horror cons as well. That's where I sell a lot of my toys.
Cool.
So I went in that direction. And then obviously it being a virtual con, I figured green screen was the right way to go. So I got the green screen paint and just went to town.
Well, that was really cool because I was messaging with you just the other day, and when you told me, and I have the exclusives in hand, and when you told me it was literally called green screen paint, in case those at home don't believe it, it is actually green screen paint.
You got a hole in your face, Matt.
You see that?
That's
it's
cool.
True green screen paint. It actually works.
That's cool.
I love these guys, though. They are one of my favorite submissions because I'm a big horror fan, and I'm sitting here staring at them when I should be staring at you. But I'm a really big horror fan, and I even messaged one of my friends who I know reached out to you on the side because he's a big horror fan because we grew up together. And I was like, you got to check out these pieces. And I really appreciated the nods on the wrapper on the cards.
Yeah, the packaging. Yeah, they're straight insider nods, and if you're not a horror fan, they're gonna go right over your head.
Right. Like the Jason. Like not only did I appreciate the little subtleties within the actual character, but I can't show it because it's green. But is that the tops? I'll show the tops here. Like here's Friday the 13th, and I actually wanted you hopefully to explain this one because I didn't know why Tremors was up there.
Kevin Bacon on Kevin Bacon's one of the main kills, and
right,
yeah. Of course, now you know because you're a horror fan. You understand completely.
I lost the point on that.
Yeah, that was the nod to the Tremors.
Awesome.
No, I appreciate that. There was the little subtleties, even with the actual character designs themselves, like the Michael Myers in that coat. It just came back to Judith Myers and Freddy in the nightgown. That was obvious.
That's what I felt when I had the idea and I was looking through the figure line. I was like, well, this is obvious. That's Freddy because it's got an allure. It's like you said, it's in a 90. And the Michael Myers head tilt is already in the natural figure. Like the head tilt's there originally.
Spectacular.
100%.
Right. And the Jason one, it looks like a camp girl, and the fact that she's holding an oar. I told my wife, I know it's a boat oar. I told my wife, I'm like, look, it's Crystal Lake, and she's just staring at me. Like,
yeah, exactly. I got the same reaction. I was like, they all fit. You don't understand. They all fit.
Yeah.
I have a Leatherface figure where it's, she's got her hand up to her face, up to the mask, and it just kind of everything just touches the small little nods that worked out completely unintentional when I first had the idea.
Yeah,
it's really
not
cool.
it's not just for a quick joke. It's like you really thought quite a bit about this and how you were going to put those references in.
Yeah, it worked out so well just with lining it up, and then of course I have to be a lifelong horror fan to make the nods to begin with. So it was right there.
So the green colorway we got, but we're going to see more than just this green screen exclusive. We're going to see some more colorways during the actual event and some potentially new characters, not just Freddy, Jason, Leatherface, and Michael Myers, right?
Yeah, for sure. I've got a Pinhead. I've got Hannibal Lecter. I've got Ghostface from Scream. I'm looking around to see which other ones that I've worked on. I've got an Oni mask from Japanese folklore. I've got quite a few that I didn't want to mail you 10 exclusives, and I didn't want to be that guy.
You got anything you can show on camera right now?
I'm going to see if I can line one up. Let's go.
Ooh. Oh, cool. Oh, okay. The screen.
Little ghost face screen and a nightgown.
Yeah.
In the nightgown, like it. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Cool.
And then...
Oh, wow. Pink?
Hold on. Hold on.
Way. There you go.
Oh, wow.
There's the Oni mask.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a little blurry. Cool.
Yeah, but I've got probably at least 6 more figures that are to be announced and to be unveiled at the live table viewing during the con.
Awesome.
Cool. I'm really excited to see those.
Yeah.
Will you have any of your classic kit bashed Hummels?
Oh yeah, I'll have some Hummels. I'll have my my records that I've come to be known for.
Yeah.
Like I get requested those more than anything else I've ever created.
I think that was the first thing I noticed from your booth. Sitting across from your booth, I'm like, oh, look at the record covers.
Yeah, it was one of those where I've always used found art for as long as I can remember whenever I'm creating. And I was just one day I started to use found art as backing, and then just you see albums for 10 cents at yard sales, $1 a piece maximum. And I was able just to find inside jokes right away with some not so
Yeah,
PC
I remember
references here and there and going towards.
I remember the first time at last year's Assembly Required. I remember seeing that the Bill Cosby record with the pill bottles on there.
Yep, that's exactly it. And it was like Bill Cosby's Best Friend was the name of the album.
and the album's actually in it too, right?
Yeah, the albums are always there. I won't sell just the. For some weird, I have morals. I'm not going to sell just a blank like.
Yeah, I remember.
If you want to listen to it,
I remember thinking you could totally get away with just the cover, but the fact that you actually got the record in there too, that just makes all the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, they might be scratched up, but it's definitely there.
Yeah.
And I've had a few people buy it and be like, I'm just buying this for the album. I'm like, you're buying it though. So.
When you started resin casting, you did the kit bashed Hummels and the kitschy 60s little statues and stuff, correct? Is that correct?
Yeah. That's where when I first got into resin casting, I'd always made gifts for my friend who's a fellow horror fan, and I started just finding broken Hummels with the heads broken off of cats or the heads broken off of ducks or broken arms. And then I just started sculpting the bones and the entrails for if it was a head that was broken. And I started filling that in, and that was my first go-to and my main seller at many horror cons, because I could sell the cast, but I could also sell the originals. And now I regret selling the originals because I can't make any more casts. So lesson learned, but I was brand new at it. Like you said, it was my first go-to.
Nice. All right, well,
that's great.
Thanks for joining us on Joker Joker TV.
It was great to see all you guys.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So
I appreciate you coming.
Now, up next, right after this, we're gonna it's something we brought up last week. We have a little preview. You want to tell us a little bit about this preview, Matt? The Geddes.
Yeah.
You guys know who Stephen Geddes is?
So Stephen Geddes, for those who don't know, was an original Kenner artist back in the 70s and 80s. He worked on the Kenner Star Wars line as well as a bunch of other toy lines during that time. But we have an exclusive interview with Stephen that will air for Virtually Assembled. And we've got a little teaser of that Stephen Geddes interview here on Joker Joker TV.
Yep. All right. Take it away.
We are here with Stephen Geddes, artist for Kenner Toys back in the golden era.
There's so many of those people that I remember fondly, and so many of the experiences that mean a great deal to me. There was a certain amount of subversion that always was going on. I snuck in my wife's first name and our daughter's name on a couple of lizards and snakes and stuff in the back that are on the tree, and we weren't supposed to do that.
Virtually assemble. Assembly required. Virtually assemble. Assembly required. Virtually assemble. Assembly required. Virtually assemble. Assembly required.
All right. So that there was something from Suggestion. Now we played something from them a couple weeks ago, I think it was. Maybe it was last week. I don't know. I lose track. But that was one of their music videos. It's called OME. These guys are from Tampa, Florida, and they just put out something called Think About Sects, and that's SECTS. Oh, our cameras are... Hi, Matt.
I was wondering how that was spelled.
So, and so if you check out the past episodes of Joker Joker TV, you could see something more from them, and that was sort of like a more of a film-based piece last time because it was telling the story of the guys in the band and stuff like that. Anyways, we've got one more piece after this from Chris Shue. We've also played something from him before. It was called The Astro Artist, and this is sort of like the episode 2 of Astro Artist, and he sent this in. It's pretty cool. He's a toy shop owner in Atlanta. He's got a place called Transporter, and it's toys and knickknacks and all sorts of cool things. So,
and Little 5 Points.
Yeah, well, he was in Little 5 Points, but he moved. He's in.
I thought it's still technically in Little 5 Points. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Maybe it is actually. I don't know. It's what was it? 99 Elizabeth Street, I think, is the Elizabeth Avenue. Yeah. So, like, maybe that's by Little 5. I don't know Atlanta enough to know. So, anyways, before that, we had like a little. You saw a little flyer there. And that was another flyer created by Jason here, or Figure Fetish, I should say. I'm sorry.
Who?
So the Figure
Come
Fetish.
check out the Kickoff Party.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
The Kickoff Party?
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah. All right. This is probably the official announcement right here. The virtually assembled Kickoff Party will be hosted Friday night on Twitch by the Fantastic Plastics. The Fantastic Plastics you heard singing the virtually assembled song on that last segment. The assembly required. They do it much better.
Like that song gets stuck in my head so many times. Like I hear that. Yeah. It's just I'm like working on toys and I'm going virtually assembled, assembly required.
There you go.
There it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
Dance party at the end of the show here.
So they'll be performing that as well as a bunch of other songs, but it is officially our Kickoff Party
on there. Oh.
Yeah, they're performing a live concert on Twitch, and all that information will be posted tomorrow. We were waiting for tonight, the official blast, and tomorrow we'll get the word out on all the pages.
Cool.
And just in case you're kind of curious, they're a husband and wife team that play like 80s new wave electronic techno band, and they're really, really good.
Yeah, and they're.
If you want to check out their show beforehand, you can go find them on Twitch.
Yeah, cool. And I'll see about making sure I put that link in the description here. I have to hunt that up and make sure I put that in there for everybody. So.
And Mooks, aren't we going to see some Fantastic Plastics stuff on the upcoming show?
Yep. So next week is going to be sort of a even more special episode of Joker Joker TV. We've had you guys on like all month long, and we've done different interviews. We've done stuff like that. So I figured we might kind of churn the tables and focus on you guys. And so we're going to be showing a few pieces of video that are connected to stuff I've did in the past, stuff over here Figure Fetish has done in the past, and then things that Matt has done in the past. And so sort of a retrospective look back at us as artists and things like that. And I think we might have something else that is more of a retrospective of about past years of Assembly Required and things like that too. So it's going to be a fun episode, and it's just going to be a goof off episode, but it's sort of our pre-kickoff show, kickoff party show. So we'll have something from the Fantastic Plastics to kind of like whet your appetite about their show. So for the kickoff party and everything. So, all right. Well, thank you, Matt, for joining us. Thank you, Jason, Figure Fetish, for joining us. And Lee, thank you. Remakes Plethora. Look these guys up because their stuff's awesome. So, and we're glad you joined us on the show today. So.
I just realized something that it's probably worth plugging is I'm going to be on the Fantastic Plastics show on Twitch on the 3rd, along with Chicken Burger Disco and Toy Box, America's favorite cartoon witch.
Yep. So that's the same Twitch channel, I guess.
Yeah.
The Fantastic Plastics. Okay.
Twitch channel. Yeah.
Cool. All right. All right, well, we're going to play the last video of the episode. It's Chris Shu, Astro Artist, Episode 2. And thanks, everybody, for joining us. Bye.
So long.
Crushed in a can, no time or distance. This is no place for a man, but I have enough air for resistance. And pain, and coffee, and coffee, and pain, and coffee.
Today, the Astro Artist awakened to an unusual face. Repeating the cycle of painting and sleeping, never knowing how long he had slept, never knowing how long he had painted. No time, no distance. Just sleeping and dreaming. Painting. Dreaming and sleeping. Painting. Paint and coffee. Coffee and paint. The artist dreamed of the time before his ship had collapsed and trapped him in the center in his entertainment pod with no view and no window. He dreamed of the time he had the company of the radio transmission and the shuttle station. Fast, fun, yes, and he was now seeing himself inside his painting, truly blurring the lines between dreams and reality, somehow existing within the two-dimensional city he had created, but never knowing what would come next in his dreams.
Greetings, insignificant dwellers of my two-dimensional art city. You must surrender to me completely. I am your undeniable master. You must remember that I can dispose of you with one swipe of my paintbrush. there will be no resistance.
Some of the dreams made him quite uneasy, while others brought him back to a much simpler time, before he had ever even dreamed of space travel. To a time when being alone seemed more like a privilege than a life sentence.
Please stay tuned for a word from our sponsors.
The letter P. What does the letter P remind me of? The letter P reminds me of the paint. The paint with the power.
What power?
The power of the paintbrush.
What paintbrush?
My square head sponge brush.
Square head, sponge brush. And now back to our program. Whoa.
The Astro Artist's encounter with the shuttle maintenance robot was leaving him quite excited about the chance of repair or communication, even though he knew nothing about the shuttle and was depending solely on a robot that obviously needed some maintenance itself. Okay, all you Astro nuts out there, be sure to join us next time on Chris Shu, Astro Artist. Goodbye.
No time or distance. This is no place for a man. But I have enough air for resistance. And pain. And coffee. And coffee. And pain. And clothes. This is no place for a man. But I have enough air for
I want my Joker Joker TV. TV.